third. Good. Breathe out as you sweep. Try and sweep the mat the whole time with your little pinky toe. Just sweep the mat. I would say you're a little soon, right? A little early. All right, same thing. Move them out early. Andris, go on 2 now. Sweep step. Good. That was good timing. Good. A little early. Make a breakfast. Good. Let's go the last one you're going to throw. Okay, so at the very end over there, you're going to throw. Let go with this knee. Okay. He's going to slap and breathe out. Right? Remember our break falls? Remember, you got training. Good. Good. Let's get our finish here. Good. All right, CJ, same thing. Do you hold the person up or you just hold them up? Always for sure. At the very end, though, when they're getting up, do you help them? No, they can get up on it. So if I'm going to go lefty, because I'm a lefty, so it's 1, and when I finish, sweep or fall on that side. Because I'm doing it lefty. Yes, of course. So I'll do it righty, just so I won't throw you a curveball. I think I can function righty. So if I'm going, I'm slapping here. Yeah. So it's 1. You see that? No, it's like yes. Yeah, it takes away. Lift a little at the end. I didn't bail with both hands. Okay. Because that's going to make a harder break fall. It's going to be like traumatic. We want to like longevity. Okay. Don't look down. Kind of lean back and pop your hips forward. That's it. A little soon, right? Patient. Like super slow. A little late. You'll get it. Don't worry. And we're going to do enough reps for you to get it. Don't worry. By we doing enough reps, I mean you guys. That was good. CJ, try not to have to contort your body so much every time you touch your face. So every time you do 2, do 1, 2. Same with CJ. So, do you see how I flared my right leg out rather than like there was an earthquake? Like, yeah. Just relax.
I'm moving the wrong. Like I'm moving like this.
Keep your head high. Keep your head up and click that heel and let your foot fly out like a little pendulum. Better. Good. Good. Just become more accustomed to this. It'll become less traumatic if it just is done more.
That was my bad.
Okay, just move like you're never gonna get foot swept. Like just like, oh, there it is, right? Instead of like on 2, I gotta like brace for impact. It'll be lighter, it'll be easier. Have that timing better. If you need to sweep on 3, sweep on 3. If you need to sweep on 4, if you sweep on 1, sweep on 1. Well, just as long as you guys are moving together. Because you're like saying, okay, on 2, it's just time. Well, what if like, this is happening? Yeah. We need to move like in unison. Don't move like, come on, move laterally. Yeah, that's it. Now, like, you see how easy that was? Yeah. Rather than like just sweeping on 2. Like, make sure you're moving together. That's the important part. Is like figuring out when there's harmony. Or like on the same vibration rather than like disjointed and your feet are light when his feet are heavy. You should kind of move together. Okay. Best one, Andris. Good job. Good. Move on to your right a little bit so you have a little space. There we go. Say you have to take extra steps at the end. You feel that? So stuttered. Yeah, you slept and you had to like. So when we sweep, that should be it. And then you should step back to where you began with because that's where they fall, and then you want to end up on top. If we're doing this and they're falling over here, it's like there's a disconnection. Right? So make sure you sweep with a dynamic stomp. Now I have to step back here. But if I'm like light on my foot on this lead leg, the one that's supporting all the weight of all of us, if I'm like, I take it for granted. If it's just like all the other steps, if we're moving here and it's just like another step, I'm gonna have to cross my feet and put my foot back down to the mat. Rather than it's different. This step when I sweep, it's a decision I'm making. It's the last step either of us are taking. Last ones here. Good. If you feel like you're getting value out of these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And now back to the video. So now we're gonna kind of move forward now a little bit. I'm gonna move my left foot forward, and then just stand square. When I move my left foot forward, move your right foot back. Good, just like walk. Just like this, right? Just get in unison, right? Just for one lap each. Or it's like I'm not doing any extra things, right? So the goal here would be when I do this, you see how I'm gonna be able to time when you start to exactly. So, but for now, let's just get in unison. So it's not just clumsy and feet are stepping on feet. When I step forward with one foot, the opposite foot steps back. Don't add anything. Don't look up. Just natural, right? Do less. All right, circle. Being able to walk it. I love it. You're walking. You're such a star. You're doing it, bro. Walking. Okay. Now, without even walking, we're just going to move to the middle, and we're going to practice the foot sweep, and then we're going to incorporate the real movement. Okay. So if I'm with CJ, all I'm going to do is I'm going to move my left foot. Okay. So I want to own that sleeve. So this and this. This and this. Just back. Just get this going, and then every time.
So you're always going to hit the other foot?
Yes. I'm just moving his front foot back so I could, and you don't do the foot sweep for me. Like, there we go. Make me make contact with it. Otherwise, I'm going to develop a bad habit where I'm going to do a bad foot sweep and they're going to move and I'm going to think I have a good foot sweep. So I want to be long. I want to have my hips forward, my foot and my hip and my head are in alignment. I don't want to be like crimped, and I definitely don't want to be my knee bent, and I don't want to use the side of my foot. So those are common mistakes. I want to like be upright, and I want to hear this every time. Bottom of my foot, not like that. Definitely not like this, right? So my supporting knee should be a little bit bent, and my sweeping leg should be straight. So, right, so when I step, just a little dance, right? You grip, right there, yep. Kind of stomp, sweep. So I initiate my foot sweep from here. Right? Don't lift your leg, you just walk, right? Remember our walking thing we did? Right, you just walk. Like that. And like that. Now I'll time the foot sweep. There we go. And just get a million of those.
So are we doing the foot sweep now or just the step?
This foot sweep. So get a couple to line up your foot sweep and then do it. So like, good. You lead, Andris. You lead. And. Good. Now instead of pushing him, frame him and kind of pull. Like, just a little bit. Try not to like turn away. Okay. So if anything, I would say more, you see how my palm is flat, but I'm gripping the gi? Instead of like this, or this especially, this is kind of what you're doing, where it makes, you're off balance now. Your foot sweep is like, there's like fractures in it, right? Instead of you being here. Now I could pull him down if I wanted to from this position, right? So when I'm making contact, put your left foot back, or your right foot back here. This is where I want to be. Right, I'm pulling, once I own this foot, you feel that? When I pull you into me, that's when you go off balance. If I pushed you like you were doing or turning, let me own this foot, we're both off balance, we're both falling. Whoever's more athletic wins.
The off balance comes from here, not as much.
Yes, definitely here, and then I'm sliding his foot across. It's this one foot that's important. It's not the end. I don't need to like get a lot of range on that. It's more like, you feel that? You feel that? Like, how much off balance I did without breaking my posture or no momentum.
So you're like popping and then down?
It's like in and down.
Okay.
So take it slow.
Now I do go.
Kind of guide you to the promised land. When you take your foot sweep, I'll do most of the work. Do less in your foot sweep. Just make hot now. Walk forward into your foot sweep. Do that. Yes. Now, at the end of that, pull your hands in. Okay. At the very end. Yeah, just say you're on the front of your foot. When you're foot sweeping, you're kind of leaning. How'd that step be like?
That's all my bases there.
Yeah, and lean back a little. So if I'm going to do this 10 times on you, I know I started on CJ, so it might help to feel this. Okay. Right, so if I'm going to walk forward my left foot, good. Look at that. Right, that's where I need to be. Now if I own this foot, do you feel that?
Yeah.
So we're pulling in and then down. Now if I wait for it, it would be right as I swept you forward. You stick here with your right foot. Yes! You curled your foot and you kind of had, you retained it. That was better. Something just changed. Good, 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. On the last one, I want you to hold position, owning his foot, and then slowly bring your hands down and let go with your left hand.
On the last one?
Yep, you have 2 more. Okay, this one, I want you to hold his foot. Good. And do you see how you bringing your left hand up slowed the throw?
Yes.
So you try to finish like this. Like if I'm gonna finish this, okay, just straight down without bending your back. Try not to like, it's just like that. Tricep extension. Yeah, tricep extension. So let go with that.
Yes,
hand
okay.
At the very end, just to let him slap and kind of release.
Oh, I gotta let go. Sorry.
A little bit, just to get your feet light. Pretty good. So now we're gonna go to our third foot sweep option as a circle. Kind of like what you touched on. What if they're not like letting us? That's the story of everything, right? Well, it doesn't change our mechanics. That's what we're building now, timing and mechanics. Now it's a little bit more, this could be used as a setup. I got caught with this today by PJ. It works. So they're gonna be more square, but of course if they're leading with their right foot, we could do this. We could like pull their left foot forward and then go, right? But for now, we're just gonna have them square. And I wanna line up. You see how we're at like a 90 with our feet rather than like flush? So we wanna kind of cheat our entry. So I'm gonna step with my right foot right next to the foot I want to foot sweep, and then I'm gonna pull and I'm gonna rotate. Almost doing a 180. So
The second his foot makes contact,
yeah,
that's
this one will be light.
Okay.
So that one.
Am I doing it as he's creating contact?
Yeah,
or?
so you can do it slow. I would start with the slow so you feel the fibers of how, when you should make contact. That's more of a feel. Because he might lag with his right leg coming around and you have to wait. Like if I pull it, just like lift this leg kind of higher and like then settle it down rather than stepping real quick. Yeah, I had to wait. I had to like kind of track it. But if he steps quick, like I got to be right there. So kind of like find a happy medium, right? So when I do my foot sweep here, spread your feet just a smidge, perfect. Like shoulder width is a good starting point. So when I step, I pull and I kind of rotate at the same time, and then I go right to my foot sweep. But common mistakes people do when they do this a lot of times, they bring their foot out to then sweep. Just go right into your sweep. So go like, you see how my toe?
We're keeping our hip cocked?
Always.
Okay.
So when I step and I rotate, I'm always a righty. I'm not like stepping and then like switching my stances.
Are you looking for a watch as we do this?
It's more just getting them to step. So, you know, even if we have double lapel, I pulled him to step. So the grips, sure, we want to do standard grips for now. But I'm going to step towards the foot I want to foot sweep, and I'm going to pull my elbow back. It's more of a full body movement because, you know, not one element's going to make him turn.
Am I creating chest to chest as I do this?
So I'm going to get shoulder to shoulder here, and then you face, you see that?
Shoulder to shoulder.
You see I'm rotating and then pulling.
Yeah.
You see that? Like, there.
Okay.
Hands down. There we go. And slap it here, right? Okay, don't try not. If you land hard like this, that's a rough one. Like on the near side. So rotate. Like sell out. You're gonna fall. Like if you do this to me, hold on with this hand right here.
Hold on with this one, like with this one?
I would say at the very end. The very end. You'll get it. Like I'm gonna fall and shit's gonna be fine. And
Go.
yeah, you got it. You said I rotated to this side.
I gotta commit
if I fall on this side, this shoulder is going to be compromised.
Okay.
Because there's no time. I'm going to either land on it here, which is going to be a rib thing, or a shoulder thing. So like,
Just commit to going with the momentum or whatever.
I know I didn't want to waste time on more break falls. This is stuff you should be practicing.
Right.
So next time we'll do a little bit more of it. Break falls are never a waste of time, by the way. Oh, that looked pretty good. What do you think? I think that was good. That gets a B-.